Hello, Sticky. Thanks for the like and good wishes. Just gearing up here. I'm quite happy with the time I've done already, but that I need to get more consistent over several laps. It's fluctuating too much currently, the lap time. So trying to work on that and maybe down to 140s. It is possible, but yeah. 9ish. You're working some kind of a shift, or what is it that you are stuck that long? But yeah, good luck to you as well for working on the time. Yeah, it's uh, I need to be more consistent. Okay, this is not the car. Uh, yeah. I think I can maybe get down to 148 or 9 if I'm really lucky with the how the lap goes, but it is, yes, but it's 18-minute quali, similar to what we had in Interlagos. Uh, so it's 18 minutes, and tire wear is times 3. So you can and you basically have to restart your time trial after 2 laps. Ah, okay. Hi there, Peter. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. But yeah, the quali will be quite long, and you basically have to take a pit stop during the qualifying, change tires for fresh set to be able to be competitive. And I watched Mikhail Hisal's video yesterday, and he found out that yeah, it is 18 minutes, and he found out that the wind direction and speed is changing during the qualifying. It's not constant, so it might uh, have an effect on uh, lap times. Not a major one, but slightly affecting the times. So all right. Should we jump in? Hey, take care, Sticky. Have fun at work, and hopefully you can cut some time off your lap time here. First lap out, of course, it's a penalty. Need to warm up a bit first, getting the hang of the tires and the grip levels. Jake, hello! Thanks for the like and stopping by. Oh man, that was way too deep. Hey Venus, welcome in. Perfect timing, I'm blepping it. True, Venus, true. Yeah, it's a good car to drive. It hasn't been that competitive in the past. Might try it. Yeah, it's something that I need to work on. How to drive different kind of cars. FR cars are not my strongest, to be honest. I'm more fan of this MR, so mid-engined car. All right. Yeah, true, Venus. The POP changes, they always have an effect on what cars are good or what are not good. So you have to always consider the tracks and DOP and your driving style. To be honest, it doesn't matter that much on anything else than the A+ lobbyist what car you are driving. Everything else is based on your own driving abilities and getting the most out of the car track combo. Of course, if it's a wet race or partly wet race, some cars are definitely better than the others. But the BOP makes all the difference. Yeah, I don't like Group 4 for that reason, because it's four-wheel drive based basically completely. It was when I started a year ago. You were able to use something else as well, but not anymore. Yeah, it would be a simple setup thing by PD to create that kind of setting that you need to use FR car. Was that a penalty? No? Yeah, exactly, Venus, like that. So it's you use either an MR cars only or MR and FR cars for Group 4. It's a simple setup for PD to make, but they don't like to make it. So last time around it was the FF cars, so front wheel drive only. I'm a second off my time yesterday. Oh yeah, Venus. I'm not going to hold my breath on getting those kind of changes implemented, like mandatory 3 tire types or compounds. Per race in a way that will make the races more interesting. So that kind of a strategy element is completely missing from the races currently. Yeah, it's a pity that it's so bugged nowadays that it works okay if you get clean drivers in your race. But as soon as there is dirty drivers who will punt you or drive you off the road, you're screwed basically. And the penalty system just doesn't work as it should. Exactly, Venus, yeah. Yeah, I'm going for these GTWS races just because I like the qualifying system better than the dailies. In my opinion, the qualifying should be similar to this on all dailies. I mean, one flying lap per race. And the grid should be defined by that, not having this kind of a constant all the time on. I messed it up. But yeah. Yeah, and the dailies they tend to be too short in. Yeah, there's a wall there. I noticed. Oh, 4-star roulette ticket. Fancy. So 41.7 the optimum. So let's say if I can keep that kind of a consistency. Average time 42.9. It's nothing special, but if we leave out this lap 2 where I spun, they are all within a half a second or so. Quite okay. A bit more pace and that kind of a consistency would be fantastic for the race, I'd say. Let's see where I am in global. 826. Looks like this high speed BOP suits me better than the mid or slow ones. And I like the dry weather way better than the wet weather racing. Okay, the race at Spa was a bit kind of a occupational hazard kind of a thing. Yeah, I did quite good in the rain. I made a right tire choice during the pit stop. Chose the full wets. Majority of the competition took inters. That's why I managed to gain quite a many positions after the pit stop. So I did decent job there. It's a different experience racing in the wet for sure, and you need to be how would I put it? Not less aggressive. You have to be aggressive, but you must be more delicate with your inputs and the way you drive. So, and of course, the different lines. Oh, good. Great. Sounds good. All right. Let's go for some more laps. Looks like Linus is really sick because he hasn't been driving at all. Couple of more walls there. He hasn't set up a lap yet. There were a braking marker somewhere there. But let's keep going. Too early on the throttle. The change of wind speed is not a big one, but makes quite a big difference on that turn 1 there. Meaning that how much you need to lift, or if even go full throttle there. Josetti, whose Ghost I'm following here, he does it on full throttle on his lap, so it's possible, but I'm not capable of doing that. And on McLaren it seems like it's people thought it would be a good car again due to change of BOP, but it isn't. After all, it's semi-decent. RCZ would have been a way better choice. Too late on the brake and get the line right. Been following G25 and he chose McLaren, and he had the awful season so far. Man, hit the wall there. When I started playing Gran Turismo 7, my first manufacturer that I chose was McLaren, and it was really good at that time. It was more than a year ago, and quite a lot of top players were using McLaren, but they nerfed it, killed it basically for a whole year. Due to a BOP change, and now it's back on, or not completely back, but it's way better than what it has been, but not a top notch. So it's quite dependent on the track and the conditions, if it's good or not. Way better exit there. Another perfect one. That was good. Don't cut that corner. Way too much throttle. Hit the wall there. For the qualifying tomorrow, it's really important to find the good gap for yourself that you can do a clean run. And if the wind direction and speed is changing like it is now, it was up to 2.5 at one point, now it's 2.2. That affects how fast you can take the turn one there. Don't go that right there. king. That was pure luck that I kept it in. Had to lift off twice. Late in the turning there. That was really messy. The wind direction is directly from south and it's 2.1. No, I didn't save that. How far have we gone? We've done now 16 minutes of time trial, so even when the wind conditions will be like this during the qualifying, the last 2 minutes are the best in terms of taking this turn 1 full throttle. and it has an effect on this corner as well, so the wind does not push you to the left that much. And then again, it's not against you on this rate. Because the headwind is less. But on this thread, it's, hey, Grey Rock, good evening. Welcome on board. Of course, I hit the wall there. Well, there are a couple of semi-decent lap times. Yes, sorry. I've been blabbing it quite a lot. No, I don't want to park it there, no. Getting away from there as soon as I can, or quickly as I can. Way too slow. All right, that's the race distance, isn't it? 12 laps, wasn't it? 21 minutes. Let's have a look. So 41.2 the optimum. Still no 40s, but lap 7 was the quickest one, and then I started plebbing it. Well, laps, yeah. It's basically 50-60 between qualifying and race. So 18 minutes for quali and 21 to 23 minutes for race. Yeah. All right. Let's have another go and see if we can push it down to 40s. Oh man! Jose has removed his ghost. Is there another 911 ghost available? Probably not. Well, it doesn't matter, to be honest. Let's take that one. That was awful last turn. Red pencil, hello. Welcome in. Philness as well, thanks for the like. That was as good as I can get it, that corner. Last lap was, if I got it right, at least 3 wall hits. This is time trial. I've been binning it here. No, I don't think so. I had one of my best races ever here in Group 2. Oh, you mean the banana peelness? Sardines, yeah. I seem to find all the banana peels around every track. All right. Have a look. .41.6 optimum. No, I can't. I went away from there as fast as I could. 41.7, 42.1, 41.8, 41.9. So, all right. Yeah, I get it, Pilnes. Yes, I get it. All right. How far? 1 hour in. To be honest, there's not that much I can do more here today. I'm pretty much happy with the lap times for this session. What should we do? My ranking is falling by the minute. Basically, it was 830 last time I checked. Not that I care. Yeah. Hard time. That would be perfect. Where are we at currently? I think it's around 50. Did we gain another? 51 stops currently. So happy with that. It's growing. I forgot to check if there's something to buy in the Haggerty's. A quick check on the no, there's not. Not for me at least. I have all these. I'm currently in such a happy place that I don't have basically anything to do work. I'm between projects, so I'm just hanging around and waiting for the next project to start, so I can use my time grinding Gran Turismo or whatever it is. Time for oil change and car wash. So why is that you had to put your uh, channel on hold, Venus? Okay. I'm doing this directly from PS5 and having a PlayStation Pulse Elite headphones. That's where the sound is coming from. So I don't have anything fancy around here. So I've been planning on getting something that could run OBS and stream stream something fancier, but then again, I don't have the money right now to put it into something like that. And then again, if I want to play something else than Gran Turismo, that would require me to buy a at least a semi-decent PC for iRacing and or what else it is, Le Mans Ultimate and stuff like that. So I tried to make a YouTube short today, but it was too long clip, so I couldn't put it as a short. So I need to learn new things there as well. Oh yeah, by the way, can I change these settings of the stream on the fly from PlayStation? No, I need to stop this and start a new one. I was planning on to try a 1080p 60 hertz stream if it's doable. I'm a bit worried that my internet connection will bog down because of that. My upload stream is not that good. I'm living in a rural area where we don't have any fixed lines, so no cable or anything like that. So it's a 5G connection, which is downstream is really good, but upstream is sometimes even down to less than 10 megabytes. So it's a bummer. If I'm home alone and nobody else is here, it might be okay. But as soon as the family is here together with me, it doesn't work that way. That I could stream on full HD. All right, maybe a quick run. 10 laps. How about that? 15 minutes. Then my wife and son, they would be coming home, so they are away now, so I can concentrate here. So let's jump in once more. And let's try without a ghost. Hey Greyrock, thanks for stopping by. Have a nice dinner. Bon appetit. Way too deep. that was half a second on that one corner alone. Don't cut that corner. That was slow. Massive understeer there. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, let's try to concentrate for once. All right. Your personal best, but still no sub 41s. I think that's my cue to close it off for today. Think so. 41,223. Let's save that. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for the likes and hanging around here and keeping me company. It's always fun. I'll catch you again tomorrow. I'll have a 2-stream day tomorrow. I'll have a race prep stream for the morning and then of course the actual race in the evening. So get you guys there. Have a nice rest of the day, evening, whatever it is, your time zone. Catch you next one. Bye bye.